doubleheader starts with the Cavs hosting the Knicks at 7 p.m., followed by the Thunder, second in the West, taking on the Suns. Coverage tips at 6 p.m. with NBA Countdown. All right, so my favorite part, Kathy, I don't know if this is your favorite part, but I love predictions. Everybody loves predictions. So we're going to talk about the NCAA Finals. There's 4 teams that make it to that last day, and I think we both agree on who we think 3 of those teams are going to be.
Yes, absolutely. I've covered all 3 of those teams, Oklahoma, Cal, and LSU. Oklahoma looks as unbeatable as ever. Cal is doing beautiful gymnastics, and they have been so consistent, and they're so hungry. And LSU, boy, they are lights out when they need to be, and they're continuing to get better. So we'll agree on those 3.
Okay, so let's say those 3 are in there. Now let's get to the fun part. We're going to bring in Taylor to talk about this. Who do we think that 4th team is going to be? Taylor, you get to go first.
Woo, it's going to be competitive. I've had my eyes on a bit of a dark horse, Michigan State, the number 8 team in the country, Big Ten regular season champs, and they're number 4 on vault. We've seen all season, vault has had a lot of deductions, even for some of the best teams. I'm keeping my eyes on Michigan State.
All right, so you got Michigan State. I'm going to just stick with the team that I've been on this bandwagon for a while, and we're in their venue. It's the Kentucky Wildcats. They've got great freshmen. They've got a big vault rotation. We saw Mackenzie Wilson get a 10. They've got great leadership from veterans like Bailey Bunn. And then, of course, they've got Raina Worley. They've got a star. They've got all those ingredients. They've never been to that last 4 on the floor. I think this could be their year. So, Kathy, now we're going to throw it to you. What do you got?
Now, I would not disagree with you on that, because I think you're right, and they really want to make history. But Florida is also making an argument right here with the competition. And then Utah made an argument for it with Cal. And I still would throw in the rest of these teams. We're in Vegas, right? It's like gymnastics roulette, okay?
You're going to take the whole field.
That ball's just going to go, and we're going to see how competition plays out.
Well, it is a deep, deep field for that last spot. And that is what makes it so challenging and so fun to watch. In the next rotation, the 3rd one, Isabella McNally takes the Wildcats to the balance beam. Leanne Wong, she takes the Gators to Florida. Arena, and we told you it was going to be good, and it's only gotten closer. The first rotation, .075 for Kentucky, that lead led by Mackenzie Wilson's 10. But hey, look at this. It's down to .025. Kathy, that's basically a tie at the halfway point.
It is so close. And as I told you, it's those little details and those landings. Kentucky really helped themselves by finding every single landing on bars.
And they were hanging with a team, the Florida Gators, who are outstanding on vault. So that second rotation, super critical for the Kentucky Wildcats to keep it close. Not only did they keep it close, they maintain that lead. As we go to the balance beam, Kathy, I know an event you love. You won a medal on this event at the Olympic Games, but I've always said the meet doesn't start till you get to beam. You love it. It would stress me out if I was a coach. Here we go with Kentucky on this event.
That's the key. You have to love this event, and you have to love the pressure that comes with it, and accept that there is no room for error. That's what the event is all about.
Delaney Rodriguez leading things off here for Kentucky. 100% on the season is Delaney Rodriguez. Has not had a major break in collegiate gymnastics. 32 for 32.
Kentucky really prides themselves on these triple series. They really want to push the envelope in terms of showing that level of difficulty and risk on beam. They must also have to perform dance elements or leaps, or combine acro skills with leaps. That was a side summing.
How hard is that to land and not see the beam in front of you like you normally would?
So you almost have an inner eye on balance beam, and that inner gyroscope, really. Look at that. I mean, she is just so calm, so confident in this leadoff spot. 3 acro skills, 1 right after the other, 2 back handsprings to a layout step up. You get bonus when you connect those 3. And the side summing, yes, it is hard, but she spots the beam before she goes. And then it's a feeling, it's a kinesthetic awareness, air awareness of where you are relative to the beam.
chance to talk to Lori Brubach before the competition started. Actually interviewed me, Kathy. She was having a lot of fun before the meet started. Great personality. She's a sophomore. Here she is leading off the Gators on floor exercise.
With a front layout to a Rudy. Big step, and I believe she went out of bounds. I didn't see a flag go up. If you step out, that's an additional 1/10 of a point deduction.
And reminding everybody, .025 is what separates these two teams right now. A 1/10 of a point is big.
Top double back. Nice control. She kept that front foot down as she stepped into the lunge. Okay, a strong routine, but as you said, with a competition this close, even if she didn't go out of bounds, that large step is a deduction. We'll see right here after the front. 1.5 twists, yep, right over the line. So a big step, that's a deduction, and then the out of bounds is another. So this will be the score that they hope to draw.
So another freshman here for Kentucky, Preslyn Bros. First time we've seen her tonight out of Holly Springs, North Carolina. So back-to-back freshmen, Kathy, to start a beam rotation.
And this is a gymnast. I've watched her in the warm-up. She dances on every event. When they're vaulting, she's dancing. When they're doing bars, she's dancing. Oh, nice correction. As I mentioned, there's no room for error here, but there is room for the minor corrections needed. She made another one on that acro series, which is a little risky because if you don't connect those, you don't get credit for that series.
Delaney Rodriguez led off Kentucky on this event with a 9.875. Great start score.
I like to see the smile. That goes a long way in relaxing you, because I've seen some nerves on some of the elements. You dismount, a round off, 1.5 twists, a little under rotated and step back. So the nervous errors I saw, she just got a little tight. And when that happens on beam, you don't attack those landings strongly. So if you're slightly off,
man, that's the shot right there. Do you
exactly.
Know, 4 inches wide. If people don't understand how tough this event is, that shot will tell you right there.
Next on floor for Corbett.
So you line everything up, and notice when you land, you have to really land as if you're steadying the earth. So you don't want any movement at all. And she was just a little bit squirrely with those feet, and then that leads to more off balance.
Here we go with Victoria Wynn on floor. Lori Brubach in the leadoff spot, a 9.75. Doesn't seem like a very low score, but in a competition this tight with these good teams, you can't count a 9.75 and expect to come out on top.
This is a front double twist, difficult right into a sisson. That's an E element, the highest level of difficulty. Skills are ranked from A to E. I love this sweeping, epic feel of this routine with the music. And it tells a story with her arms, with her expression. Very difficult Y turn. This This is her combination pass. 2 saltos in this pass. Back 1.5 to a front layout. And the most elegant gator chomp you will ever see.
Beautiful routine.
It is
you nailed it. She really sells that. It's different style than you see a lot of gymnasts, but every bit is great.
It's so beautiful. Just elegant, poised, precise. Nice lift on that back 1.5 too.
So Victoria comes back from that tough landing on the vault with a great floor routine. Now Bailey Bunn, she's following Kreslin Bros and her 9.775. So both of these teams now have a 9.77 or 9.7 score rather in the books. They're going to both want to try to drop those.
Now Bailey was an individual qualifier to nationals on this event early in her collegiate career. She's very capable. Triple series here. Oh, look at Dad. Oh, and she nailed the 2 layout step outs. Here's her leap series. Switch leap to split jump. I've never seen a father do a beam routine quite like that. That is grabbing my heart. And surrogate dad, right nearby, coach dad, Tim Garrison. They have such a special bond and relationship that she is never alone, ever. I guarantee both these men were with her on that beam routine.
And I tell you what, I talk about how hard it is to do beam. I had to watch my sister compete when you were competing, and there's maybe nothing worse than watching someone you care about perform on beam. And Dad right there, I can feel for him. That's a tough thing to watch your child do.
I know. I've done beam in the Olympics, and I will tell you it's harder to watch.
Let's go to Taylor.
This Florida floor lineup had to be reworked this week. Unfortunately, they are without Peyton Richards, who was injured doing her floor routine against LSU last week. She is here on the sideline wearing a boot. She's been cheering her teammates on the entire time. There's optimism for her return in postseason.
Here's Morgan Hurd.
And everybody is behind Morgan. Open with a beautiful double layout. This beautiful human being has battled through so much in her career. Injuries, so many surgeries.
In 2017, Morgan was the greatest gymnast on planet Earth. She won the World Championships, and I think a lot of expectations on Morgan, too, which sometimes are unfair, I think, Kathy.
No, and I think the most unfair thing was COVID probably hurt her worse than anyone, delaying it because of the injuries that she had. Back then, she had just won the American Cup and set herself up beautifully for Olympic year, and then everything just stopped. Final pass here. Front layout to a front with a full. Her best of the season by far.
You stole the words before me.
Yes, they made a change with her leap pass, and boy, is it going to pay off.
Jenny Rowland on the sidelines is pumped. This isn't about just this routine. It's about the journey to this routine.
Oh, this was all heart, guts, spirit. This beautiful human being fighting through so much with the love of everybody. Anybody who follows gymnastics loves this gymnast.
Bailey Bunn, a 9.875 for Kentucky in the third position on this event. You see the scores there. Now here we go with Ariana Patterson. 3 yet to go for both teams in this rotation. Both teams trying to drop a score in the 9.7.
Ariana has improved so much on this event. She has found her confidence And she can fly. I love her amplitude on this event. Very high, back handspring layout step out. Made a nice little correction she needed to make into the finish position. Again, high on that front aerial and the split jump. Her hips really rise up off the beam. She uses every inch of those long legs and long arms to be so expressive on this event. Oh no!
It looked like her foot, Kathy, was just on the side of that beam on what she's probably done 1,000 times and maybe never done that mistake.
And that's a really difficult series of leaps, switch leap, with no step in between. Oh, what a shame. She had a beauty going. I don't know if we have an end angle because it looked like she was lying. Here we go. Well, this is her acro skill. Notice how she was slightly off.
Wow.
But as I mentioned, she made that slight correction, and I saw that in real time. Here's the front aerial, split jump. Oh, missed the front foot, the first foot on the first leap. Really hard to recover from.
So a big moment in tonight's competition. Morgan Hurd, a career high 9.95. Anya Pilgrim now takes to the floor. Kentucky will have to count a score in the 9.7s. I told you that was going to be difficult to win this meet if you did that. Now Kentucky's in that very spot.
Beautiful 1.5 twist through to a tough double back. Very difficult combination. She has such a presence as she performs. And it's only going to get better through her years of performing in these collegiate meets where entertainment and performance is such an important facet. In elite, it's all about how much difficulty you can put in your routines. And in college, the emphasis on execution, performance quality. Nice, high, pipe double back. She makes everything so easy. Look so easy. Even a gator chomp.
Another hit routine for Anya Pilgrim. Let's go down to Taylor.
John, this season it felt like the entire NCAA gymnastics community.
We lost Taylor there. We'll try to get her back. Raina Worley now getting ready to go on balance beam. Again, a huge spot now for this Kentucky team. Ariana Patterson, a 9.15. They already are going to count a 9.775, and this is all going on while Florida is putting up huge numbers on floor exercise. And I believe we've got perfection from Anya Pilgrim. She's about to tackle Adrienne Burdett. It's a 10.0 for Anya Pilgrim on that floor routine, Kathy.
I'm just enjoying her face. This is unbelievable.
She's in shock. Her teammates lifting her up now. A big moment. That's going on one part of the floor. Florida celebrating as they are rolling through, and now Kentucky on the other side of the floor knows they have got to hit 2 perfect routines to keep pace with the Gators. And if anybody can do it, it's this athlete, Raina Worley.
And she is always so fierce and so fearless in these situations. You're right, this is so much additional pressure though, and especially on senior night with so much at stake. But look how poised, how confident. That comes from hard work.
I'm pretty sure she's singing and dancing while she's doing this for this beat routine.
She actually does sing. So that is a relaxation technique of hers. And she knows the words to this song, obviously.
Need a stuck landing though right here. Got it.
Got it.
Did she hold it?
Well, did we have a stopwatch on that? It was not quite one Kentucky. I don't know what they say. It's like all the teams have some special thing they say. But that was an absolutely fantastic routine, especially under the circumstances. She was a little bit rushed into that 1.5 twist and slightly under-rotated, but tough as she is, she held on.
Let's try to go back to Taylor.
She put so much pressure on herself to get a 10 this season. Raina Worley, she told me I got to the point of doing gymnastics to get a 10 instead of because I loved it. Once I got back to doing that, the results came. A lot of emotion down here, guys, as she just completed her last beam routine at home.
Here we go, Sloane Blakely in the 5th spot for Florida. They're on a roll.
It's taken them some time to really get to this point. But I'm starting to see the energy and the confidence in their performances.
And this is an athlete, you talk about confidence. Her confidence has built week to week. Started off maybe a little bit slow by her standards, but man, she is finding her feet right now, and she truly is a big impact. You know, you talk about Leanne Wong and athletes like that. Sloane Blakely is as important to Florida as any other athlete on their roster.
You're right. I mean, so much of it is the connection that they have with each other and how they build that together. Okay, final pass, back 1.5 to Fruffle. Very difficult combination pass. She showed everything you want to see on this event. Difficulty in her tumbling, big air.
I want to put you on the spot, though. I didn't expect a 10 from Anya Pilgrim, but I felt this routine was just as good as Anya's. What do the judges do now?
Well, look at the height on each of those flips. Unfortunately, that foot slid, so they can deduct there, but look at these leaps. That is a difficult switch half into a ring, and good amplitude on those as well.
Final gymnast to go here on balance beam, Isabella Magnelli. This is a big spot. She's ranked 19th in the country, tied for 19th on this event, and she follows Raina Worley's 9.925. It feels like this has got to be in the 9.9 for Kentucky to keep it close.
Bella is beautiful on this event. I love the black leotards they chose to wear this senior night. So elegant, and it's especially beautiful on this event when someone shines so beautifully on them. She has strong arms, strong core, but then the little details, the hands, the pointed toes, nice posture.
Sloane Blakely, a 9.925 for her routine, just Leanne Wong left.
And a stick at the very end. What a routine.
In a pressure spot, Kathy. Kentucky trying to get a piece of the regular season title in the SEC for the first time in the history of their program. Pivotal moment there. Isabella Magnelli delivers.
And on senior night. You can't write a better script.
The seniors certainly delivering. Isabella Magnelli, a big part of that class. So Sloane Blakely, a 9.925. Now keep in mind, Florida still has a 9.75, technically, that they're counting right now. That's Lori Brubach who led off. Leanne Wong, though, can erase that score with anything higher than that number. Certainly, she's capable of perfection here. Certainly a score of a 9.9 is almost, dare I say, a walk in the park for Leanne Wong.
And Leanne is like a quiet ninja on this event. She attacks this with such power And then on the flip side, with such elegance and grace and ease, a floaty double layout. Nice shapes in those leaps. Combination of power and grace is so mesmerizing. This is a really neat pass too. It's a whip half. There's the half into a front full and a perfect landing. Wow. Stunning routine, stunning routine. I'd love to take another look at that double layout, the first pass, because if we're gonna be picky, let's see, let's watch this landing, because the layout's beautiful. Nice position in the air. Feet ever so slightly slide. It's not a big one.
And you're allowed the step, but you're saying the feet also slid, which opens up for deduction.
If you step into a lunge, that front foot has to stay down.
But Leanne Wong doing Leanne Wong things and just continues to hit. Isabella Magnelli, by the way, a 9.95. Taylor Davis has got the head coach at Kentucky.
Thank you, John. Coach, no shortage of pressure in meets like this, but how does this team rise to the occasion?
You know what I thought? I thought the first two events, I thought we were a little bit tight, but I thought we were in a pretty good spot. We came over to beam, I thought we even tightened up a little bit more. And I got to tell you, there is nobody I would rather have in that 5 and 6 spot after a mistake than Raina Worley and Isabella Magnelli. So we feel like we're in a good spot right now.
We saw you just pull your team over to the side, rally them up. What's your message heading into the final rotation?
This is our house, this is our party, and we're going to go finish this fight.
We've enjoyed every minute of it. Thanks, Coach.
Awesome, you bet.
Has been a fight. The Kentucky Wildcats trying to do what they have never done before. It's going to take an exceptional performance onto the floor exercise, their final rotation. But it was a 10 for Anya Pilgrim. What a performance. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the performances last week in the SEC.